What's up, everyone? Schneike's back with another shoulda, woulda, coulda pay-per-view prediction for WrestleMania 29. Seventh match of the night. Gonna call it Ryback Henry. So following the CM Punk Undertaker, the tensions in the air match, everybody's glued to their seats. They're staring. If they're not standing up and cheering, I don't know what. They're shaking in anticipation of who's gonna win. Is it Punk or blah blah blah, whatever. That's that match. Now it's time for to tone it down a little bit, to relax with a Ryback versus Henry match before the coup de grace, the big finish of The Rock and John Cena. But anyways, Henry, Ryback, the two big guys, the two powerhouses, the caught between a rock and a hard place, and this is the rock versus the hard place. As I see it, what should happen, and this is kind of funny, it's kind of crazy too by itself. 3MB starts off in the ring. That's how I think it should go down. It's following Taker Punk match. 3MB should come down like we have another scheduled match about to start. And all of a sudden 3MB music comes, starts blaring, and then they march down to the ring like, you can't have WrestleMania without a little rock and roll, baby. And after that, they're air guitaring in the ring or whatever they're doing. Then Ryback and Henry come clean house. They pour everybody. At this point, it doesn't matter if Henry and 3MB are heels. They just toss them out. They destroy everybody there. Drew McIntyre, they break him in half once again. I don't know. Whatever. They just clear house, have their match. Should happen at the end of the day, Ryback wins. That's what I say. Ryback wins. What would happen, most likely, they're not going to do a 3MB gimmick thing. They'll probably have 3MB earlier if there's any live performances. There's always live performance. Or they'll have 3MB maybe backstage. Or they'll have 3MB pre-show. I don't know. 3MB not around this match at all. But still, Ryback will win. That's what I think the WWE would do. They're going to give it to Ryback. What I think they could do is Ryback wins it and then 3MB run in. I don't know. I want 3MB to be involved somehow. Some way, somehow, some shape or form. They got their asses handed to them not too many Raws ago. I don't know when it was. 2 weeks ago, last week. Whenever it was. They probably want to get the last laugh WrestleMania after these guys are tired, maybe. I don't know. They'll run in there and try to beat them up. But anyways, they're just going to get demolished. That's the point. You're going to leave the fans seeing the spectacle of these scrawny guys being flipped around by these two gigantic behemoths. Anyways, the main meat of the matter is Ryback wins, and in all three of my scenarios, Ryback's going to win. He's going to meet hook clothesline, and he's going to march with Henry on his shoulders. Probably not. He'll probably barely be able to lift him, but I think he's going to hit his finisher on Henry. But I really think that Ryback has lost one too many pay-per-views in a row to not get a WrestleMania win. He needs a win. You got to establish this guy. If he lost in his tag matches with against the Shield and all that stuff, then he needs to at least redefine himself as a singles competitor, and he needs to dominate. Oh, maybe not even dominate. He needs a win. He doesn't have to dominate. He needs a win though, because if he beats the world's strongest man, or maybe the world's second strongest man, because technically I think a high schooler just beat his overall weightlifting record. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Ryback can beat the world's strongest man. That puts him back in the running as this is a dominating force to be reckoned with. Henry doesn't need a win. Henry's always a dominating force to be reckoned with. And he's been around in the business. He's been around in the WWE long enough that he's established as a dominating force. He doesn't need a win, and he can bounce back easier from a loss. I don't know if Ryback can bounce from a loss. If he takes one too many losses at pay-per-views and then a big loss at a WrestleMania pay-per-view, this guy's he'll go into a depression. I don't know. He'll go down to the bottom of the barrel. He'll have to squash the Intercontinental and American champion, the U.S. champion, all over again. It would make no sense to not give him this. While Mark Henry, if he loses, he can still dominate everybody, and it makes sense. Because that's what he do. That is what he do. Somebody go and get their ass kicked. Because that's what he do. It's in his song. It's what he yells at you for. But regardless, so aside from the fact that I think Ryback's going to win, I think another fact of the matter is this is going to be a slow and steady match, if I ever saw one. Which is, good for Ryback because he's not a fast-paced guy. He's very slow. He gets taken out so he can lie down and breathe for a while. And I think Mark Henry is a good opponent for him because it's going to be a slow back-and-forth match. As long as he has the energy to lift him up and do his fisherman muscle buster thing, which I hope he can pull off. But Henry, I believe he's a team player. I still am not sure if Tensai, if Albert kind of went boneless on him and didn't help him when Ryback tried and lift him up. But I think Henry will at least be a little bit more cooperative. If not, he'll probably somehow get on the top rope to try to do some sort of splash, and then Ryback can just pick him up from there. Either way, that's how I see this match. It's a pretty simple, cut and dry match. Should happen, Ryback wins. After Ryback and Henry play with their food of 3MB. They gotta get 3MB. The crowd's beginning to get behind them. The internet loves them. You gotta put them somewhere in WrestleMania. Whether it's just a stupid little skit, or whether they're being fed to these two guys. Should happen, Ryback and Henry kick their ass first, and then Ryback wins. What would most likely happen? Ryback just flat out wins. It'll be a slow-paced match, but he'll win. He'll get the W. What could always happen is he still gets the W, and then the 3MB happens at the end. I'm not going too crazy with the scenarios here because it's a straightforward match. It really almost another, I don't want to say last-second match, but it almost kind of seemed like, well, we need to do something with Ryback, and we need to do something with World's Strongest Man. Let's put these two together. I don't know if it's WrestleMania worthy. You could put these guys at Extreme Rules. You can put these guys at, I don't know. You can bring back Taboo Tuesday and stick them there in a Tuesday pay-per-view that no one's going to buy. These guys, this match was almost made for a big Raw, for all I care. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I don't really care. I'd rather see Ryback and Henry being used in a different way, for sure, because I'm not surprised that they got into WrestleMania. I'm just surprised that they got onto WrestleMania with a match, Whatever. But it's about time these two unstoppable forces got together. And WrestleMania is a pretty big stage. It can hold them. That's my opinion. Ryback taking the W. What's your opinion? What do you think? Do you think Ryback's going to bounce back from his losing streaks at pay-per-views? You think Henry? You think him returning, he's going to get on a little streak of his own and start putting more people in the Hall of Pain? Let me know in the comments below. I'm calling it for Ryback. What do you guys say? Anyways, leave a like as well. Leave, like I said, those comments. Subscribe if you haven't. Check out my past videos. I got one more coming up. And till the next time, I'm Schnikes, and I am out. Thank you.